What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Bitcoin Gold. Not a fan. Not a fan. I do think this will go up in price from where it is. And I'll explain my justification for that. But I just don't see this being a great option in terms of an investment in the crypto space. I think there's a lot better out there. And again, I'll explain why in this video. But before I get into that, guys, if you are new to this channel, these coins are the first 26 coins I did videos on this channel. In those videos I was saying, look, these are quality coins, I'm buying them up. And you can see what the prices were of these coins at recording. You can see what the highs they hit in the next bull cycle were. So if you'd put $100 into each of them and sold them in the following bull cycle, like I did, like my friends and followers did, $2,600 investment in total could have and would have netted you a profit of around 123 grand. Pretty good. Now, as I said, sold these. They're not what I own. But if you do want to see the cryptos that I've been buying in the bear cycle and the cryptos that I currently hold, you can do. Just go over to copymycrypto.com and read the site. That site will take 10 minutes to read, probably. Every single thing on that site is public record, so you can literally go through all the old videos and verify every single thing that you read. Copy My Crypto is where I share the coins I'm in. Anytime I buy or sell a coin, I let the members know in real time. We actually release videos every day as well, talking about the markets. We've had some pinpoint accuracy on the markets for months and months and months now. But the majority of the members join to copy along. Because, frankly, we all know, look, there's money to be made in crypto, there's money to be made in this space, but you need to put in the time and the effort. You need to put in the 10,000 hours of research. If you don't want to do that, if you can't do that because of work and family obligations, if you aren't interested in doing that, Copy My Crypto could be exactly what you want, because that's all I do. How I found Phantom when no YouTuber on the planet was talking about Phantom as a 100x coin is the same way that I found the coins that I'm in right now. These, and I've added a couple of coins to the portfolio. A couple of these coins I think can do 100x's. So if you want to find out about them as well, then obviously go over to Copy My Crypto and take a look. If when you read it you go, it's not for me, obviously no worries. There's no obligation to buy. Come back to the channel, keep watching. But if you decide it's for you, wonderful. Maybe I'll see you there. Right, let's talk Bitcoin Gold. So look, there's a lot for me that's not great here. So I want to start with, I suppose, what's good about Bitcoin Gold. So it was created as a user-friendly alternative to Bitcoin. They aim to sort of combine the security and sturdiness of Bitcoin's blockchain with the opportunity for sort of experimentation and development. So Bitcoin Gold enhances and extends the crypto space with a blockchain very compatible with Bitcoin, but without using resources like Bitcoin in terms of hash power. The company is aiming to present a coin with the implementation capabilities of Bitcoin, but that can be utilized in a DeFi and dApp developer space. It was founded by a group of crypto enthusiasts with a range of backgrounds. Hang Yin is a co-founder who graduated computer science from Fudan University. He also became a software engineer at Google, and then decided to venture into entrepreneurship by starting Bitcoin Gold, as well as founding Hash Forests. Martin Kuvan, oh my Christ, people are trying to screw with me on these names. Martin is the second co-founder of Bitcoin Gold. Apologies, man, I'm just going to butcher your name. And he's also a board member of the company. Graduated with a degree in computer software engineering from Technical University of Sofia. Became an assistant professor at the Technical University of Sofia. Also started a job as a lead iOS developer. And started other companies like GoStartups.net as well as Assetify as well. So look, Bitcoin Gold has some appeal. And when you actually take a look at the overall ecosystem, it's on 75 odd exchanges. The trading volumes, it's been traded for up to 23.5 billion. Total transacted has been 36.7 billion. There's been over 1 million on-chain transactions as well. It's integrated with a lot of different places. It really, really is. You can see, it's tradable on everywhere, pretty much everywhere, bar Coinbase. They've got plenty of swap services. The wallets are all there, easy to run. And again, so it's utilized in services for payments. But realistically, in terms of ecosystem, you're not looking at anything special at all in terms of DeFi and dApp integrations. You're just not. So the negatives. Look, in terms of negatives, they're there. It's a nearly 300 million market cap coin. Its volume is piss poor. It's like less than 4 million on a daily basis. That's not great. It's also in a massive long-term downtrend. Massive long-term downtrend. It hit heights, it launched at a terrible price of $500. And that was in the bull cycle in 2017-18. In the most recent bull cycle, ran up to about $133, $140. Well, probably $140, which isn't bad, obviously. But it's just not. It's not utilized. This is the transactions for the day. I can see the transactions for the day are probably quite a bit. 30 was that 34 to 128. So it's about 100 transactions. Average is probably about 1.45 transactions each block. Although there's maybe I'll give it 3. You're looking at what? Fine. Even if I give it 3, that's 300 transactions across the day. It's not a lot. People aren't using it. Then to add, we're not seeing any development. The most recent tweet from the team was in 2022. It was in July of 2022. So they're not really getting on and doing stuff. They're certainly not communicative in that. I don't see it. I don't see the value here. Yes, small circular supply, that's a big plus. But huge long-term downtrend, not integrated with dApps and not integrated into DeFi. Team certainly aren't communicative on Twitter. They may well be elsewhere. They definitely have a Telegram and a Discord. So, I haven't been through them. So, I might be being quite dismissive there. It's very possible that they're immensely communicative there. But it's unlikely, just given that teams tend to double down on every team in crypto that I've ever seen reiterates every single message that they want to put out on all platforms. So Discord, Telegram, Twitter will all have a similar post if there's something that they really want to talk about. I'm just not wowed. And then I suppose, look, Bitcoin Gold is mineable, so I suppose we should check mining stats. Okay, so Bitcoin Gold mining stats. Prior to the merge, which happened last year, Bitcoin Gold was hovering around 1.89, and about 1.89, 1.9. Just call it 1.9. Had a huge spike. Obviously, all the miners had to leave Ethereum, so they had to figure out what they were going to use for their mining, what they were going to mine with all the rigs that they've got. Miners did go to Bitcoin Gold. They went up about 4 times, so probably got 4 times the miners. A lot of them have since left. Granted, it's still knocking about 3.5, so that's not bad. I'm not being 3.34, so it's about. So they've probably got about twice the amount of miners, roughly ish, which isn't bad. Which isn't bad at all. You can't knock that. So miners have definitely stayed. Now that's a big plus for me. At least a couple. They've got probably roughly twice as many miners. So miners obviously see some value here, and I do think this will run up in price because I think that's what happens in bull cycle. But I honestly think there's going to be a real issue for it around $100. I just can't see beyond that. you know. $100 is probably its sort of level. Maybe it runs up to the high that it just hit, but this long-term downtrend, this lack of integration into stuff beyond exchanges, the lack of communication by the team, there's very little for me that's actually really a positive here. Maybe it does. Maybe it runs up, you know, does a 6x. It could easily do a 6x, which is not bad. Look, you're not going to get that in the stock market. You're not going to get that in any real market other than crypto, or certainly not in a year or in a year and a half, which is probably what we're looking at in about a year's time. But I just think there's a lot better options. You know, there's no circumstance where I can see this just blasting up, you know, into the sort of four-figure territory. I just can't see it happening at all. I think, to be honest, it will be lucky if it breaks its high from the previous cycle. Unless we see, obviously, huge development. If we start seeing tons of development, we start seeing tons of integrations into dApps, into DeFi, yeah, then obviously it could do something. But right now, state of affairs that it's in, the fact that, by the way, the website itself, you know, they're only getting like 15 to 20,000 visits a month. This is a coin with a market cap of nearly 300 million and only about 15,000 people. Between 15 and 20,000 people are actually going there each month. Doesn't scream like a 300 million market cap. And it doesn't scream of being, you know, a massive gainer. But obviously that can change with development. But what do you guys think? Do you think this can do any more than what I'm saying? What would they have to do more? Because for me, it needs to be integrated into DeFi. It needs to be utilized beyond something as effectively a medium of payment, which is what it seems to be at the moment. Let me know in the comments. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. These videos are going to make you money, so don't miss them. When I talk about crap coins, they'll probably save you money because you can put it in something else that's going to be more profitable. And if you hit the subscribe button, you won't miss them. Simple. And last thing, guys, if you want to see the coins that I own right now, which suffice to say Bitcoin Gold is not one of them, go over to copymycrypto.com and read the site. Like I said, guys, it will take 10 minutes, maybe, to read the whole site. Everything on there is public record, so you can go through and verify every single thing you read on the old videos on this. I don't know why my webcam's gone funny, but I'm going to carry on. And look, Copy My Crypto is where I share the coins that I'm in. Anytime I buy or sell any coin, members are alerted. We have tons of tutorials, by the way, so if you're a crypto beginner, the tutorials are perfect. But more than that, look, people join to copy along because there's a public record of success here. No one, by the way, in 2020, there's not a crypto YouTuber out there that was talking about Phantom doing, you know, a 20x, let alone what I said, which was 100x. And remember, Phantom did 700x nearly, from when I found it. Now, I've already found a couple of coins that I think can do a sort of 100x gain. I've spoken about them on Copy My Crypto. I've bought them recently. Both of them are up, and they're ones that are I'm sure, going to pay off quite nicely. So if you want to learn about them, again, go over to the site, read through it, and if you decide it's for you, wonderful. I'll see you there. And that's it from me, guys. Have a lovely day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.